Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabbihi ajma'in. Allahumma ij'alna minhum wa minal ladzina amanu wa 'amilus solihat wa tawassaw bil haqq wa tawassaw bis sabr. Amma ba'd. Okay, alhamdulillah hari ini hari yang ke-10 lah Bapak buat modul ni untuk habiskan. This is supposed to be our last one, but last Wednesday mungkin Baba drag sikit, so we don't finish. Tapi basically since MCO ni tak ada buat apa sangat, so I think memang Baba akan cuba buat selang sehari, and I try to share what I see from the dakwah punya perspective. Okay, yang ini sepatutnya we are actually module 7, but I just try to recap as belakang balik. We supposed to deal dengan misconception on Islam dan juga proof Quran from God. Okey, semalam Baba dia tengok juga video, itu agak menarik juga. Yang is it Daud Kim yang Korean, masuk Islam. Send tu. Have you seen the video?
Facebook ada.
Ada kan? So Daud Kim ni semalam dia tunjukkan sajalah, dia interview orang Korea, whether dia tanya just ada two question, which is Baba's okay, it's very okay. Dia tanya apa dia tahu pasal Islam. Dia just nak tahu tu je. Apa dia tahu pasal Islam and apa dia tengok pasal Islam, there is any negatif or not. Kebanyakan macam orang ada agak negatif sikit pasal Islam. Jadi masa Baba punya street dakwah ataupun sekarang dengan Unity, dia memang dipanggil Unity Friendly Outreach. Macam Baba macam ketua yang lead benda tu kan. Actually dia punya soalan bukan sama juga, almost the same. Tapi dia ada 4 question. Dia tanya what do you know about Islam, Dia just tulis Actually benda tu just more like to break the ice, just to build that bridge, so kita boleh cakap. So dia tanya juga, is there anything that you like about Islam? Okay, bagus, you start off dengan some positive. Mungkin setengah tu memang disuka juga. Memang some people actually they can see the beauty on Islam. Memang nampak kadang kita semayang semua sekali, apa semua. Adalah some good things. Sometimes nampak family tu agak okay rather than their own family, macam agak cacam merabah. And of course ada some negatif juga lah, macam nampak macam perempuan dia rasa a bit, macam dalam Kim tu dia cakap, dia kata kenapa perempuan kena pakai tudung, dia rasa kenapa lelaki tak pakai tudung, macam dia rasa a bit unfair. It's a bit oppressive lah, it's just not fair. I mean, coming from that macam equality pun memang nampak, I mean they can question that, no doubt. And kalau macam Baba punya, what do you know, what do you like, okay, dia tanya have you ever thought about purpose of life? Mereka akan tanya kat arah tu lah. And whatever they give, you just jot down. And number 4, if there's anything that you want to ask on Islam. And so basically after that, your after dah made that context, is basically that through books, ada yang brief illustration of Islam that you give it to them. Macam that's how. I mean, if you want to know, there's a brochure inside that day. That's how we did our lah. So no like debative kind of thing, And the first one to just like to explore, build that bridge, knowing them and Daud Kim tu memang, so the Daud Kim macam di interview, yalah walaupun kita boleh agak, tapi most Korean memang tak tahu pun. Okay, dia kata Islam. Okay, dia tahu mungkin dia kata Islam kadang ada fasting. Tak tahu. Islam is fasting, but the thing is, kalau you believe what you believe. If you believe that you believe in God, in Islam, you also believe in heaven and hell. So chances orang macam ni, we don't know. Ada kemungkinan lebih kepada sana on that side. So is there anything that we can do to I know it takes two to tango. Macam they also have their own, macam baca Quran kata that actually each and every one of us, not only them, us, as a Muslim, we also have to find why we believe what we believe. And macam ada orang, macam sorry to say lah, macam I think so lah, more than 80% kalau ditanya, bro, it's a face bro, macam Iman, dia bagi macam tu, okay, dia tak tahu nak jawab. Why they believe, okay? So the point is, kalau you faham on something, you must be able to explain to other people, correct? No. Dia kata it's belief bro, dia sorry tak tahu, tak pun actually dia ikut orang, dia ikut orang sekeliling, dia baca, okay, betul lah tu. But for you to be able to convey to other people, you need to really understand yourself. That's why kalau macam tengok budak betul faham, they are able to explain. Why faham macam ni kan? Betul tak? Kalau Islam faham, you agak senang to explain pada orang. rather than you memorize, you bagi apa buku tu cakap, which is not similar. Macam ada orang tulis buku, macam saya tengok orang belajar macam kat UK tu, the whole book tebal macam management, but dia dalam setengah jam tu boleh habiskan buku tu. And it makes sense because he wrote the book, you see. So yalah, dia tahu mana yang setahu, yang mungkin the rest tu dia mengabung here and there, tapi the point, the gist, that is that, setengah jam habis the whole book. So because this thing, I believe that each and every one of us must learn and unlearn whatever that we learn. We try to this is, otherwise it's not fair, that you're born to Muslim family, you go to heaven. Wow. It's not fair. You have to earn that thing. In Islam, you have to earn that thing. You really have to choose consciously. Kenapa? Tahu tak, Man? Because macam perempuan Alia, that's one of the obvious thing dia akan tanya. Kesian you, tak panas ke? Orang Korea macam ni, dia nampak benda tu. Orang Muslim nampak. You must be able to articulate. Sometimes, you tahu, tapi tak biasa bercakap. So, your articulation is not very well. Macam babang yang dah biasa banyak bercakap. In fact, dia orang kata, wow. Macam cakap banyak, dia quite impressed. Dia kata, I can't teach English. Your English is excellent. My spoken English, mungkin I used to talk. I talk a lot, so that's probably my spoken English quite good, but my written is not so good because my foundation is not that good. Because that's not that. Okay. What gonna happen to them? I don't know. But what I know, macam Misan cakap, what important is what we can do. Macam probably that's also true. Macam Misan cakap, I think it's Nabi. I'm not sure if it's hadith or it's saying in Arabic. Macam, if you tak boleh buat semua, jangan tinggal semua. You do what you can. At your own pace. At the same time, try to break that limit, whether you can go to the next level. Macam saya tengok kawan bapa pakai gym, fitness gym, kata, try to find the limit and go beyond. Something that you always, in ourselves, we try to find. I know it's hard, but can we try? This is my weakness. You try to break that limit and go beyond. We'll go beyond. Mungkin the cliche tu, people are so comfortable in a comfort zone. You have to go outside to see, what's outside there. So those kind of things. Okay, man. No, if you're really in your comfort zone, you're okay, everything, that is not Islam. You're not supposed to be like that. Tapi I'm not there pushing you. I'm just giving you, because when I was at your age, mungkin baba lagi tu. But you cannot put my situation macam tu juga, because where I'm coming from is a bit different. My dad is not like me. My dad is quite kind of cool, blues gang. Dia agak laissez-faire, and you can do whatever you want. I have to figure out myself. More like that. Dia pun not very educated. Coming from, dia pun tak ada their own parents. They have to survive on his own. He has to stop school because he has to jual buah apa semua just to make himself possible to learn, to study. So he has to start from 3 or from 4. But with them, masa those time is quite enough. Ada SRP ke untuk kerja. Dia okay lah. Rather than, I know that he has to susahkan adik-beradik, abang-abang dia lain. They also have their own kids to feed. So I think that's my dad lah. Dia punya pelajaran mungkin tak tinggi. People are so busy those times. So we don't judge them. Allah is all fair. They know what, But we have our own strength, and we also have our own weaknesses, our own capability. So God will judge accordingly. So but the most important thing is we have to ask ourselves, have I done my best, If I being fair to myself, what I have. So that's the only thing. Okay, that's one. So apa yang lagi yang Dr. Kim tanya tu? So to me that's quite good. Yang negatif adalah sikit-sikit dia orang tanya pasal dia lah, kenapa perempuan. And one benda yang Bapa suka, yang Bapa cakap yang Bapa suka kalau macam tengok yang that yang pasal life. Yang Bapa cakap yang pasal yang the Japanese ni, yang banyak mati seorang, dia panggil kodo kushi. The lonely death orang Jepun. They have that. They have that, and I'm sorry, this is not macam to be racist. Banyak our own Malay people macam Islam ada kat macam tu. Ada. There are, you know, it's not matter of apa tu religion ke race ke nak. Mungkin kat sana mungkin banyak lagi sikit. I don't know because of their culture or not. We really have to see why to the very, you know. Kita pun ada. And cuma macam Baba cakap yang Baba, because now I do Grab, Baba banyak jumpa orang juga. Okay, of course sometimes we make generalization. Macam ada kat Baba macam, sorry, old Chinese couple. Also pasal racist. Bawa dia orang, dia Baba cerita dia drop anak dia pakai dia BMW, drop dekat, the couple coming from Ipoh. Dia drop dekat Mahkamah Jalan Duta, so I pick them there and hantar to hospital Selayang for check up. Of course, probably anak dia ada very important hearing or what not, lawyer ke apa. Dia 3 anak. Tapi dia macam, you know, they are very super nice people, couple. Okay? They are. So, borak-borak dia kerja macam majlis, dia okay. Okay, probably this is one reason why I do this thing. Because I met plenty of nice people. Nice non-Muslim people. They're very nice, you know. And he also said, dia kata, oh, orang Islam bagus. Dia kata, dia susah-susah pun dia jaga dia punya parents, keluarga. Benda tu ada. Kalau macam even tengok macam Pakistan, sometimes they duduk macam macam keluarga, very close ni, macam our neighbours kan. The Asian culture memang macam tu. Semua like culture. Macam, you know, I met couple of them, macam this kind of couple yang Jong cakap benda yang sama. Ya, Islam ada benda tu. Dia kata Melayu lah, tapi Bapa cakap it's not from Melayu, it's part of, Bapa cakap, our agama. Bapa kata if you take care of, we believe, we take care of parents, that's one of the shortcut way to Jannah, you know. No, that's yang macam kau dah kushi Jepun yang dia macam seorang tu. The point is, bukan apa sahaja. At one point in time, we will die, you know. Okay? All of us will die. And okay, this is my own belief in the sense that, of course, kita tanya, kenapa kau dah kushi jadi kat Jepun mungkin lebih sikit ke apa semua. Dia ada interview macam doktor tu kata macam economic boom orang tu datang, family mungkin terlampau mahal, they cannot afford to bring their families and terputus, and probably their culture as such memang I don't know, and kadang agak sedih pun macam dia call relative, so panggil ambil gambar, they don't want, you know. Ada, they try to contact, they just don't want to get anything with them. Memang ada satu service that people tu basically they clean up orang dah mati, you know. They got a call, and sometimes dia kata kalau orang tua tu tak pernah macam campur sangat, dia kata basically tempat tu kira busuk. After dah busuk, orang dah dengar, dia call, dia pecah, mayat tu dah reput, ada maggot semua, yang sometimes kalau dia kata old faces yang gemuk, dia kata you see exclamation and fat and everywhere. Memang busuk tu. Dia terpaksa clean up everything. So one of the punya income, I don't know whether dia orang bayar berapa, is daripada barang semua tu dia akan jual to recycle. So dia punya, dia tidak dia punya main principal income lah. Dia also akan panggil dia punya sami apa, dia akan untuk neutralizekan from any ghost and what not lah for them to sell. But so dia kata every time dia dapat call tu, he got that mixed feeling. Of course, one side that's dia punya business. Kalau tak ada macam ni, they won't have any business, you know. At the same time, they also have that mixed feeling, and dia kata, you know, can I do this thing, you know. Dia kadang-kadang dia ternampak, kadang dia termimpi orang tu mati, cakap dengan dia apa semua, sembahyang, you know. It's hard job, you know, for you to, but somebody has to do that job. And dia rasa dia nampak trend tu is increasing. The trend, I do believe, you don't have to go to mathematics macam tengok. We are getting how to say that, more materialistic in certain sense. Things, well, materialistic of course. Things are getting more expensive on it to a certain extent. How we live, our trend, our ways of life. Macam tengok orang sekarang, sorry macam you guys macam dah agak susah untuk ada macam duduk landed properties kan. Macam yalah macam bawa yang seorang tu, that dia ada keluar dari hospital and dia ada seorang tu ambil laki dia dah balik kampung pasal diabetik, kena potong kaki, dia tak boleh datang tingkat 3 tu naik, dia kena buat fizio, so agak susah, they have to go. Itu baru orang that level lah. Ada 3 anak. Okay, this is my own flaw agak lah. Dia cerita, I know he's getting, dia pergi ambil kat bank, dia nak buka, ada bapa dah melalut, but this is a story, dah makcik, kakak balik, dia tak boleh nak balik cause PKP or not, and I know he's getting some kind of benefit. Wah, macam nak hantar tu kasi should I take money from her, no? I was thinking that in my mind. It was my second customer. Kesian juga pula kan. Kalau bagi tu kita bagi, the fare is RM9, no? So dia bagi RM10. Cakap kan nak bagi. Kita baru fikir dia dah bagi RM10 and kita keep the change, you know. It's like a slap in the face, no? Dia nak bagi tu. Dia has to keep the change, man. And they give me RM1 now. I got many things, so aku ni tuk sangat. Sometimes, I don't know, it's maybe a test for me to day, you know. Saya belum puasa tau. Lelaki dia dekat sana. I don't know lelaki dia kerja apa sangat. I don't think any good sangat anak, you know. So, those are those things lah. Okay, adalah some other things. I don't know where's my point of okay, beberapa melalut. Tapi that's life. I like to see that thing, how I can help, you know. Sometimes it's also to you, macam Tuhan tunjukkan, you know. Engkau berkira-kira dengan dia, you know. Dia agak steady, dia you. No, you, oh my God, man. So that's a test, man. That's a test. So, that's really a test. Macam, you know, between you nak jaga your own responsibility and other people's punya need and stuff like that, you look at yourself. Okay, sekarang macam itu ada isu Rohingya, you know, that, you know, whether we should take them in, you know. And at the same time, dia kata, orang kita pun banyak susah tak makan. Why should we bother about them? And benda tu being politicized. I tak, Baba tak sempat nak baca semua, but I see the title apa semua, nampak people are talking about this thing. Of course, Baba pernah ada baca agak macam cerita Rohingya yang, you know, they were like, they were crammed in that boat, lari, and sometimes they just mati dalam boat, dying. So it's like, you know, and sometimes they are small kids, you know. They have to, I mean, for you to watch some people die, hunger on the boat, to me, it's very extreme test. Now, having said that, of course, there are many, there's too many stories dalam. Dia macam je pun dah kode kushi. Saya kata dia nak, okay, my point kat situ is, saya cakap ada yang cafe owner tu macam dia interview, dia cakap dia bela 5-6 orang, dia buat macam partition, ada sewa, ada bla bla bla, aku orang tua duduk kat situ, orang tua tu. Tak dia boleh datang tak boleh makan dunia cafe. I don't know whether he can survive or not. Dia bela orang tu cafe, orang tu makan 3-4 kali, and dia bagi makannya. Dia bagi makan. And you know, dia pun nak basikal. Of course it's clean. There's so many good things pasal Japan, you know. I not deny that. Tapi you know, yang dia ada tunjuk tu cakap social worker dia pergi rumah orang tu, dia takut kalau kalau ketuk kadang-kadang dia terpaksa pecahkan sebab dia tahu memang tak ada orang visitnya. You know? Takut dia dah mati tu kan. So, macam dia kata dia tengok kaki dia macam mengelupas, dia kata letaklah krim semua kan. And you know, dia cuba tengok bagi ubat. Dia mungkin, I don't know whether she's a social worker, tapi macam dia kata dia volunteer work, macam dia pergi tengok orang tua kan. Macam saya cakap mungkin it's a community punya. So they sign few people to look other people. To me, the community to me very Islamic lah. If you really can do that, it is supposed like community helping their own community. Macam Jepun mungkin ada that kind of concept. To me, it's super good. Those are the values yang Baba rasa it is super good. That you have kind of community, orang tolong, especially from young, orang tengok macam tu kan. You can take some kind of ibrah, pengajaran daripada benda macam tu kan. So that macam bayi iman kita tahu. Uncle, kenapa you tengok kaki? Why you drink? You early in the morning you dah minum arak. Dia kata you don't smoke. But the point is, if you were to be in that old man's shoes, would you know?
What else is there to live for?
What is there to live for? Exactly. So it's like living pun, it's like dying, you know. That you get me? I think some faham benda tu. Tak, sorry to say lah. I think misalnya kalau boleh nak mati cepat lah kalau ni tu. Betul tak? Ha? Macam duit dah tak ada, dah miskin, kawan tak ada, what is there to live for? Get me? That's the thing. So ada seorang yang nenek tu dekat pergi datang kedai tu, dia kata kadang-kadang dia kata, you know my mom used to tell me, kata, if you feel like cry, you cry. Dia kata, you feel like sing, you sing. Dengan kafe tu dia nyanyi kata, ni kata. Very stupid, tak sedapnya Jepun. But she cry, I mean that's how she express herself. So, you know that point of you are alive, that you know. My point is, You know, some other old guy tu dia kata, I just wish I can have somebody of my age that I can talk to. Itu je. Kadang-kadang kita tanya juga, how can they afford makan setiap hari macam tu? Whether they have any pension. I don't know how dia punya sistem. Bapa banyak macam BBC News. Ada kat orang kata, cases kata banyak petty theft dekat Japan daripada orang tua. Because one of the reason dia cakap, because they cannot afford to pay their bills and everything. Dia cakap, kalau dia mencuri, dapat masuk jail. Memang dia nak masuk jail. Dia kata dia dapat at least ada tempat tidur, mungkin ada kawan, makan dibayar. You know? You get me? To me, I also like to go to jail. Get me? You got your friend there, everything is paid for. You don't. I think, it's better than that you duduk kat situ, betul tak? But the whole point what I'm trying to say is, okay, this is my personal point of view. I could be wrong, of course. But to me, the highest point of your iman is when you are when you're ready to die with that, with your belief. To me, that's highest of iman. And those have been demonstrated by, because kata yang paling highest is probably syuhada. People they know that you're going to die, but they fight anyway for that cause. So to me, that is highest, the very high one. And to me, if you really believe what you believe, that you're really happy with what you believe, and you kind of settle, or not say that you like to die, but you're quite settled, you're quite happy, you're quite at peace with what you have done with your belief. You're so ready to die with that. But I think that Islam also gives that sense of perspective. When you sampai to that old age, at least you have a sense of that you're going to the other side. There's another world. In this world, we try to go as much as good it as possible. If you can, kalau dah tak boleh buat, of course you tak boleh buat. I mean, they have that, all those balanced, very positive outlook of life. Sekodak dan kadar apa yang you jadi, kan. Of course, tak termasuk yang cakap kena jaga orang tua, yang you sembahyang and everything. It's very complete, It gives you sense of living, Also give you purpose of dying, stuff like that. To me, it's so meaningful. But for some reason, we cannot get the things across to other people. And it goes to everyone. It's not about Japan. It can goes to everyone. I also have sorry, I'm being racist. India tu tua kat. I pick him up from Subang, nak hantar dia pergi kedai roti canai. Dia ni bawa potong kaki. So masa nak masuk tu, there is one Malay guy helping him naik motor. Masa nak masukkan bawahnya kereta, I thought he's from hospital. Dia jaga orang tu post hospital. Dia kata dia kawan je, dia tolong. Aku cakap, kau nak pergi tu kawan kena tolong get him help in a Grab apa semua, kan. You can always text me to help him. I'll do that. But kawan from out of nowhere, masa tu hari Jumaat, dia kata nak sembahyang, nak cepat sikit. So memang I pick him up, masuk dalam tu, and hantar dia. So of course I ask him, okay, kenapa benda tu? So diabetic, potong. Dulu dia kerja apa, dia macam binik teras. And I cakap, ada anak ke tak tolong? Of course I ask that thing. Boleh pergi mati anak dia, macam wow. Bawah senyap lah, kan. I mean, I don't know what happened lah. We don't want to be judged on that thing. Whatever happened, it was between them. But also it's just not nice that you say something bad on other people. You vent your anger dekat baba. I don't know what, I know it's not that Indian ke Chinese ke Malay pun ada juga. It's how you see life. So I just hope that people can see some sense of life, some sense of purpose. That's why I'm writing about this book. But of course, it's very... Baba cakap macam ni, even my own dakwah punya team, Baba cakap, dia kata, I cannot really catch what you're trying to say. You are so out of this world. My interest is a bit different daripada orang lain. How I see life, I see religion, how I argue about my religion is a bit different from other people. Okay, that's about thing. Macam Misan cakap, is your sense of living. That is so true. That's what I'm trying to say. It's basically your purpose in life, That's why, I share this because I found the peace from that, I found the purpose, I found the beauty, that it's sort of love and responsibility. That's why I'm doing this thing, What? Sorry, Professor. Okay, another, of course, having said all these things, Baba tak tahu whether this is terlampau jauh agak Baba cakap agak bahaya, but this is also again my own personal view. Macam, I think I don't need really to prove Quran is from God, that sense. To a certain extent, I mean, dengan apa dia punya teaching tu, Baba rasa that it's a good enough, Mak. Kata kalau benda tu tak betul pun, we can have a meaningful life, correct or not? That's enough. To me, whether it's true from God ke apa tu, I can give you all sort of list kata why I believe that's from God. But, if it is not, kata Baba cakap, if there's none, there is no God, we mati, we jadi, kena makan cacing, we die. But by we living by so-called this from Allah, from God, we can make this world a better one. We can make ourselves a better one. That's my argument. Is there anything to lose by doing good this thing, by believing this thing? You get me? Except probably your own ego and your own enjoyment in this world, that you can do whatever you want to do, the libertarian, that kind of thing, that, at least there's some kind of purpose and order, and what is moral, what you can do, what you cannot do, itu je. Sarah, can you sit there? So at least I can try and talk to you. Okay. Quote Quran's words from Allah. Okay, this is, if I may. Okay, man. I ask you, how do you think? What made you think that Quran is from Allah? So at least Isan can see my point. Even Baba tak perlu, I think this is last, whether I prove it or not, to me, it's almost secondary. Kalau whatever this is science fiction punya, sorry, this is not to, blasphemy, is it? Kalau macam benda ni tak betul, orang kata ni cerita orang zaman dulu lah, macam Quran ni tak betul kan. Even tapi apa yang diajar to really make your ini is not coming from me. Of course, kata orang tak percaya tu, tapi macam Abang cakap Ihsan, that thing, that teaching to make this world a better place. Correct not, Ihsan? I don't really have to prove from God. Kadang kata, ini malah. That teaching, okay, tak apa. You put aside the religion, whatever terminology is that. Yang penting is whatever the teaching tu, kalau you do what you do, what you propagates, it can make, your life better, your own life better, other people's life better. Is that not enough,
But then someone would say that does not prove that it's God's word.
It doesn't. Okay, let's say, sometimes nak prove pun, there's also element of belief juga. There's also element of belief. Sometimes kata, kalau macam kita tak percaya, okay, you look, apa yang dia ajar kat sini? Sometimes the detail tu. Apa yang dia suruh macam semayang? What the wisdom behind semayang? Why you testify? Why you fasting? Why you give zakat? Why you doing all these things? Apa yang dia ajar benda tu? Is that not enough? Mak, that's why kalau saya nak argue, I'm more argue from that side, Terus saya masuk kat sini. Okay, tapi sebenarnya if you want to go, you go all the way.
But you started, you begin with your question. How do you do? The Quran is the words of God, kan? So you asking to prove it that it's words of God.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll answer that. I'm just trying to Ihsan tadi, even before Baba bagi kat sini, sepatutnya dah enough for those yang kata, because, of course, I have to believe in this sense, because all my argument is coming from Quran, Cuma katalah, Quran dia kata Harry Potter punya book, but Harry Potter punya book make so much sense, You call it whatever name. I don't want to argue about terminology. Macam I don't want to argue about kata nama Allah. Okay, Allah ada punya tu, all the attributes are a bit logical for it to be God. Okay? Itu dia. You are so ego, you are so malak, tak nak kata itu Allah ke nama Tuhan Islam ke, you want it to be universal. Okay, never mind. We don't argue about the terminology, we argue on that concept, whether you can agree with that. The kind of attributes of true gods and false God. That's what I'm trying to say. Because orang kata Islam lah pasang, No. It's not about terminology. It's about the concept. If you agree that, not the concept. Okay? Profesor macam kerutnya.
Faham.
Sebab anak aku faham. Apalah. Okay. One of the things that okay. The thing that I like, okay, macam Islam. Okay, one of the proof Quran is from Allah, okay? From God. One of the proof yang banyak bagi is the preservation. Actually, preservation not as good as a proof from God. At least it's preserved that is from God to Prophet Muhammad. It was macam tu lah. Of course, there's some element juga lah of faith dekat situ, betul tak? Exactly. Walaupun dia kata exactly benda tu turun, it doesn't mean that benda tu is word from God. No. We establish that. Okay, tapi it's just that for us to appreciate that, we kena tengok all other religious scriptures, okay? Kita tengok whether they can prove the same or not. Dia orang punya ada alteration ke tak, you know? But be from other people punya Orientalist or non-Muslim, they also they also agreed, they testify that Islam is probably the religious scriptures that have been in circulation for more than 1,000 years and still retain the same thing as it was from Prophet Muhammad. That's quite good. Benda tu important is that dia orang takut, after tu dia nampak benda tu tak bagus, kita tuas sikit lah. You get me? You got another version. Macam dah kutuk-kutuk tu, aku tukar sikit. Now you got the perfect book until now. Because you keep on updating, you know, to sesuaikan you punya zaman. But we can prove daripada sampai sekarang benda tu sama. Okay? That's one of the thing lah, argument. It's not pasal benda tu. But we kind of be sure it's really from 7th century, the Prophet Muhammad SAW until now. Itu je. And the same thing cannot be said about other religious scriptures. One is, one of the beauty that you need to appreciate is Quran was revealed. It's in the original language of revelation, in Arabic language. All other previous scriptures macam from Hinduism was in Sanskrit ke, kebanyakan those hieroglyphic ke, those are dead language, you know. Not many people knows about the language or spoken or written, tak tahu. Too little, except very few who those really into that. So the beauty about Arabic is at least millions of people still talking, use that thing. So they boleh they can go and verify certain things lah. It's a living language. And one of the rich language as well. And dia banyak how we understand your level. And okay, that's one. Okay, lagi satu pasal Quran. Yang we consider Quran is only the Arabic punya. That is word of God. Okay, the translation, 100 over to 1,000 translation in other language is not really the word of God. It's human translation of the word of God. The best that they possibly could. Even benda tu pun at one point ada some disagreement whether we can translate that or not. Ada. Sometimes they just want to restrict that in